Good afternoon, students. Today we are discussing about essential fatty acids and synthesis of eicosanoids. Essential fatty acids. There are three polyunsaturated fatty acids: linoleic acid, linolenic acid, arachidonic acid are called essential fatty acids. They cannot be synthesized in the body. They must be supplied in the diet. Lack of essential fatty acids in the diet, which mainly leads to growth retardation and other deficiency manifestation symptoms. These three essential fatty acids are linoleic acid, linolenic acid, arachidonic acid. Linoleic acid consisting of 2 double bonds and omega-6 family. Linolenic acid, 3 double bonds and omega-3 family. Arachidonic acid, 4 double bonds and omega-6 family. And functions of essential fatty acids, mainly required for the formation of maintenance the cell membrane and integrity, and for prevention of fatty liver and transport of cholesterol, and for synthesis of eicosanoids, for development of retina and brain. Clinical aspects of essential fatty acids. These are mainly concerned with dietary insufficiency. Mainly here, pheroderma or toad skin. Clinical features are horny eruptions on the posterior and lateral parts of the limbs, on the back of the buttocks, dermatitis, and poor wound healing. These are main clinical features of pheroderma or toad skin. Deficiency of essential fatty acid, pheroderma or toad skin. Example, frog. Eicosanoids. First, what is eicosanoids? Eicosanoids are formed from 20 carbon of polyunsaturated fatty acid is arachidonic acid. Eicosanoids is mainly derived from Greek word. Eikos means 20 carbon atom. Here, eicosanoids mainly act as a local acting hormones. Here, prostaglandins, prostacyclins, thromboxins, leukotrienes, lipoxins, these are collectively termed as an eicosanoids. Here, arachidonic acid and some other carbon of 20 carbon give rise to the eicosanoids. Here, eicosanoids are pharmacologically and physiologically most important and active compounds. Here, these can act as in local hormones via through the Z proteins. History. In 1935, von Mueller coined the term of prostaglandins. 1962, Samuelson and Bergstrom et al. Illustrated the structure of prostaglandins of PGE1 and PGF2 alpha. In 1964, Bergstrom mainly illustrated the biosynthesis of prostaglandin E2 from arachidonic acid. In 1935, von Mueller coined the term of prostaglandin. 1962, Samuelson and Bergstrom elucidated the structure of PGE1 and PGF2 alpha. In 1964, Bergstrom mainly synthesized that prostaglandin is mainly synthesized from arachidonic acid. In 1970, von Mueller coined the term of prostaglandin, and he awarded of Nobel Prize for his discovery of prostaglandins. Prostaglandins was first discovered in Human Semen by Wolf von Euler. He presumed that they were synthesized from prostate gland. Hence, the name is known as an prostaglandins. Bengt Samuelson and Bergström, these two main scientists elucidated the structure of prostaglandins. Characteristic features of prostaglandins. They are mainly acting as a local hormones and functioning through a Z protein, and they can have a both autocrine and paracrine in nature. And also they are not stored in the body. They are very potent in action, even in minute even. Their increases or decreases due to the stimuli of the drugs. Cell specificity of arachidonic acid and derived products. Neutrophils. The products are mainly leukotrienes. Macrophages are monocytes. And the products is prostaglandin plus leukotriene. Platelet. Product is thromboxane. Endothelial cell. Product is prostacyclin. And also coming to the structure of prostaglandins, prostanic acid. Here the prostaglandins are mainly derived from 20 carbon of a cyclic saturated fatty acid known as an prostanic acid, hence known as an prostanoids. It mainly consisting of a cyclopentane ring and two side chains, but one side chain consisting of carboxylic group. Here the prostaglandins are mainly differ in their due to the substituent group on cyclopentane double bond on the cyclopentane ring. See, this is the 5 carbon ring is mainly saturated. Here naturally prostaglandins are alpha oriented towards of hydroxyl group at a C15 position. Prostanic acid is mainly prostaglandins or mainly derived from 20 carbon of a cyclic saturated fatty acid known as an prostanic acid, hence known as an prostanoids. Here it consisting of a cyclopentane ring with two side chain and one side chain consisting of a carboxylic acid group. Here the prostaglandins mainly differ in their substituent group, and the substituent group mainly differ in their substituent group and double bond on the cyclopentane ring. Classification of eicosanoids. Here eicosanoids are mainly classified in two categories in presence of enzyme cyclooxygenase or COX. Prostanoids. Lipoxygenase is converted into leukotrienes. In cyclooxygenase pathway, cyclooxygenase is classified into prostanoids. Prostanoids are again classified into prostaglandins, prostacyclins and thromboxanes. In presence of lipoxygenase enzyme, leukotrienes are converted into lipoxygens. Eicosanoids are converted into prostanoids and leukotrienes. Prostanoids in presence of COX enzyme, cyclooxygenase. In leukotrienes in presence of lipoxygenase. Here prostanoids are classified in 3 categories: prostaglandins, prostacyclins and thromboxanes. Hence the term is known as a prostanoids. Prostaglandins. The structure of prostanic acid, different types of prostaglandins and their substituent group and their structure. Here the prostaglandins mainly differ in their substituent group and the double bond on the cyclopentane ring. These are mainly differs from the prostaglandin to prostaglandin. According to the attachment of different substituent groups to the ring, PG are named with the capital letters such as an A, B, C, D. And PGF. Here PGF is also designated as in PGF alpha because due to the projection of hydroxyl group at C9 position is naturally occurring prostaglandin, and PGG. Here two oxygen atoms are present at C9 and C11 which are bonded with hydroperoxide group at C15 and PGH. PGH is also similar way as PGG, but here bonded with hydroperoxide group, here bonded with hydroxyl group at C15. Depending upon the number of double bonds and side chains of a different series, we are saying that PGE1, PGE2, PGE3. E1 means it contains of one double bond and synthesized from linolenic acid. PGE2, it contains of two double bonds. It is mostly commonly synthesized from arachidonic acid. And PGE3, it consisting of three double bonds. It is mainly synthesized from icosapentaenoic acid. And synthesis of prostaglandins. Arachidonic acid is the main precursor and synthesis of prostaglandins. It was first coined the term of prostaglandins by von Mueller. The synthesized elucidated structure and synthesized by the Bergstrom and Samuelson. It was first discovered in endoplasmic reticulum. These are the four stages which mainly takes place in endoplasmic reticulum. First, here arachidonic acid is released from membrane bound of phospholipase in presence of enzyme phospholipase A2. So, due to the specific stimuli of hormones such as bradykinin and epinephrine. And next, oxidization and cyclization of arachidonic acid. Oxidization and cyclization. Here, arachidonic acid is converted into PGG2. Here, PGG2 which is reduced and converted into PGH2 which is reduced and dependent upon glutathione peroxidase enzyme. Here PGH2 which is serve as an immediate precursor for remaining prostaglandins like in prostacyclins, thromboxanes, leukotrienes, etc. And so this pathway is also known as a linear pathway of arachidonic acid. Linear pathway and cyclic pathway of arachidonic acid. Arachidonic acid is one of the important precursors for synthesis of prostaglandins. Here, prostaglandins was first coined the term of von Mueller. The structure was first elucidated by the Samuelson and Bergstrom. Here, arachidonic acid, release of arachidonic acid from membrane bound of phospholipids in presence of enzyme phospholipase A2 by specific stimuli of two such hormones like in bradykinin and epinephrine. Oxidization and cyclization of arachidonic acid is converted into PGG2. PGG2 is converted into PGH2 which is reduced and dependent upon glutathione peroxidase enzyme. Here PGH2 which serve as an immediate precursor for remaining prostaglandins and like in thromboxanes, leukotrienes, lipoxanes and prostacyclins, etc. So hence the pathway is linear pathway of arachidonic pathway or cyclic pathway of arachidonic acids. Coming to the inhibitors of prostaglandins. Here cyclic oxygenase is this enzyme. It can be self-catalyzed and self-destruction, and mainly switch off the prostaglandin synthesis. And inhibitors of prostaglandin synthesis are mainly corticosteroids. Example, cortisol, which prevents the formation of arachidonic acid by inhibiting the enzyme phospholipase A2. And next, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, and also which inhibits the formation of prostaglandins from arachidonic acid by inhibiting the action of, by blocking the action of the enzyme COX, cyclooxygenase. Next, remaining aspirin. Aspirin is also inhibitor for prostaglandin synthesis. Aspirin is mainly act as an antipyretic, anti-inflammatory, analgesic. So here John Wayne first discovered that here aspirin, which irreversibly binds to the COX. So it is an irreversible inhibitor for a COX. And remaining inflammatory drugs like phenylbutazone, indomethacin, ibuprofen, these are also reversible inhibitors for COX. And paracetamol is also reversible inhibitor for COX. And inhibitors, mainly corticosteroids or cortisol, which prevents the formation of arachidonic acid by inhibiting action of enzyme phospholipase A2. And next, anti-inflammatory drugs like aspirin, phenylbutazone, indomethacin, and ibuprofen, which mainly block the action of enzyme COX, which mainly blocks the enzyme of COX. So here arachidonic acid is unable to synthesize the remaining prostaglandins. Aspirin, which also inhibits the prostaglandin synthesis. It is mainly irreversible inhibitor for COX here, cyclooxygenase. Phenylbutazone, indomethacin, ibuprofen, these are mainly reversible inhibitors for COX. Aspirin is analgesic, antipyretic, and anti-inflammatory. Prostaglandins in adults. Some prostaglandin can be synthesized at nerve endings to transmit the pain signals to the spinal cord and brain. Some prostaglandins relax the muscles in the lungs and contract them. And also, two prostaglandins protect the lining of the stomach. So here the prostaglandins mainly plays a vital role in cardiovascular system and also affects in CVS, affects in uterus, and also affects in respiratory tract and affects in stomach. So here prostaglandins which plays a vital role in its applications. Effects on CVS, effects on uterus, effects on respiratory tract, on inflammation, effects on GIT. Prostaglandin functions, effects on CVS. Here prostaglandins mainly serve as an agent in the treatment of hypertension. Here PGI2, PGE, and PGE. These are the types of prostaglandins. These prostaglandins mainly are vasodilatation. Vasodilatation means increases the blood pressure and decreases the peripheral vascular resistance. So which decreases the blood pressure. These prostaglandins mainly serve as an agent in treatment of hypertension. Platelet aggregation means it is nothing but a sequence of events in clot formation. PGE1, here when the blood vessel is expanded, which reduces the inflammation and reduces the blood clotting. PGE2, constrict the blood vessels, increases the inflammation and increases the blood clotting here. PGE3, its main function which reduces the inflammation. So prostaglandins, vasoconstriction. Vasoconstriction is followed by the vasodilatation. Constriction, which constriction. Dilatation increases the blood flow. And effects on CVS, on cardiovascular uses, mainly pulmonary arterial hypertension and peripheral vascular diseases, for keeping the ductus arteriosus open, keeping the ductus arteriosus open until surgery neonates carrying the certain cardiac malformation and platelet anti-aggregating agents. Ductus arteriosus means a connection between the pulmonary artery and aorta in developing of the fetus here. So it also plays a vital role in GIT, in digestive uses also, in treatment of gastroduodenal ulcers, from the prevention of NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory induced ulcers. Role in PGE2, it maintains ductus arteriosus and helps in maintaining the placental blood flow. Prostaglandins and effects on uterus. So here PGF2 and PGA2 plays a vital role in reproduction of inducing labor and medical termination of pregnancy and inducing labor of arresting the postpartum hemorrhage. Here PGE2, which promotes of cervical ripening. Exogenous of a PGE2 is used as a pessaries like in a gel in induction of labor. And PGF2, which increases the intracellular calcium, increases the myometrial contractility. So contractility. It also have a less side effects. PGI2 means prostacyclin, inhibits of uterine contraction. Effects on respiratory tract. Here PGF is bronchoconstriction, constriction of smooth muscles here. PGE is bronchodilator, means increases the blood flow. Dilatation increases the blood flow. These two mainly opposes their action. So the main function used in the treatment of bronchial asthma, ulcerative colitis, mismaline or 5-amino-salicylic acid is anti-inflammatory property in the colon, used in the treatment of ulcerative colitis and also inhibits the enzyme of lipoxygenase. Next, bronchial asthma, PGE2 and leukotrienes. These are mainly antagonistic in nature, mainly used in the treatment of bronchial asthma. Next, effects on inflammation. PGE2 is mainly involved in inflammatory response like in redness, swelling, edema. Means it's mainly due to the arterial vasodilatation. Here, inflammation is mainly due to the joints of psoriasis of the skin and also arterial vasodilatation mainly in eye. Decreases the intraocular pressure by removal of aqueous humor from the eye. And role in inflammation means vasodilatation increases the blood flow, chemotaxis. Taxis means movement. The movement of an organism in response to the stimuli, chemical stimuli, exudation, lysosomal degradation. These are the main factors which plays a role in inflammation. Arterial vasodilatation, redness, swelling, edema, and effects on GIT. Here, mainly which suppresses the gastric acid secretion and also used in the treatment of peptic diseases for gastric ulcers mainly. Therapeutically treatment of acid peptic diseases means induced peptic ulcers by inhibition of prostaglandins generation by gastric mucosa. Here, steroidal or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs which induces the peptic ulcers. So they can be inhibited by prostaglandins generation by gastric mucosa, GIT, where contracts the longitudinal muscles, increases the mucus production, increases the blood flow here, and mainly helps in ulcer healing. And misoprostol means mifepristone. It is mainly used in reproduction. So it is at least administered at vaginal, is effective in termination of pregnancy at the first trimester condition. Next, it is also plays a vital role in gastric effects on stomach, mainly in gastric ulcers. It inhibits the secretion of HCl and also enhances the mucosomal resistance. Useful in patient with a peptic ulcers and chronically taken of aspirin. Combi pack of mifepristone and misoprostol tablets. In medical termination of pregnancy in the first trimester, administered at vaginal. And prostaglandin functions effects on metabolic effects. Here the prostaglandins mainly mediate through the action of CAMP, increases the calcium mobilization of the bone and decreases the lipolysis and glycogen and also glycogen formation. So here hypothalamus, which helps mainly regulates the body temperature here. It also mainly acts on thermoregulatory center of hypothalamus, which mainly produces the fever here, and mainly cell proliferation to stimulates and promotes the growth. And also plays a role in kidney. Acts on mesangial cells in the glomerulus, mesangial cells in the glomerulus of the kidney to increase the filtration rate here. So acts on parietal cells here, parietal cells of the stomach, so which inhibits the acid secretion. In inflammation, these are the mediators mainly PGE2, PGE1, which induces the signs of inflammation, redness, swelling, edema of arterial vasodilatation, and a pain and fever. Here, pyrogens which stimulate the prostaglandins and releases of PGE2. Hypothalamus is the center of reason for where the temperature is regulated here. So here PGE2 which enhances the intensity and pain is caused by the bradykinin and histamine. Reproduction mainly used in the medical termination of pregnancy and also parturition. And also PGE series plays a vital role in infertility. Next, prostacyclins. It contains of another ring between 6th and 9th carbon atoms. They are mainly synthesized in heart and vascular of endothelial cells. And their main function induces the vasodilatation, prevents the clot formation, inhibits the platelet and leukocyte aggregation, decreases the T cell proliferation. And pharmacological applications of eicosanoids on GIT are non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, bronchial asthma, ulcerative colitis, and ophthalmological decreases the intraocular pressure. Cardiovascular diseases, we already learned in digestive uses and also mainly used in the treatment of gastroduodenal ulcers. In ductus arteriosus means the connection between pulmonary artery and aorta in developing of the fetus until the surgery in neonates carrying the certain cardiac malformations and platelet anti-aggregating agents. Here the platelet aggregation is the sequence of events in clot formation. Ophthalmological use, it lowers the intraocular pressure. Anti-inflammatory use inhibitors of COX, including non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. These are useful effects in therapeutics: anti-inflammatory effect, and analgesic and antipyretic, which inhibits mainly platelet aggregation and also decreases the thromboembolic risk, well known with aspirin at low doses. These are the various types of prostaglandins and their synthesis and their biological effects. PGD2, site and synthesis in mast cell. Biological activities inhibits the platelet and leukocyte aggregation and also induces the vasodilatation and production of CAMP and T cell proliferation and lymphocyte migration. PGE2, synthesis of kidney, spleen and heart, and also increases the vasodilatation and CAMP production and also T cell proliferation and lymphocyte migration and secretion of interleukins. And PGF2 alpha, site of synthesis in kidney, spleen and heart, increases the vasoconstriction, bronchoconstriction and smooth muscle contraction. And PGH2 in many sites. So it is a short-lived precursor for thromboxins. PGI2, heart and vascular endothelial cells, inhibits the platelet and leukocyte aggregation. Thromboxins, platelets, vasoconstriction, platelet induces the platelet aggregation, platelets induces the vasoconstriction. Thank you.